Ramble.
Thank you to MeUndies and BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of You Can Sit With Us. My name is Maggie. I am joined by my co-host, Ariel.
Hello.
And Becky.
Hello.
And Rachel.
Hi.
We're all in the same room.
Finally.
I know. All four. We have a very juicy episode for you today. Miles. I forgot to introduce Miles. I'm so sorry.
The Pixie.
Our podcast Pissy is also here today. And we have like a medical myth and musing with me. My name is Maggie. I am a nurse. It is not medical advice. It is just fun things that we can talk about together.
Miles told us he had something about flirting that we needed to hear.
Yes.
I do. I have a TikTok that's sort of a conversation starter about flirting and fun and fashion.
Fashion?
Let's
Yeah.
start with
Did you
that.
were you scrolling through TikTok and you're like, I'm thinking of the ladies when I see this?
Well, no, me and Rainie assembled them.
Oh, okay.
We both looked through to find fun things
Cute.
for you to direct to. All right, so this is a fun TikTok from the user The Jar with 2 R's.
Is that how people wear their hair now?
Out of the shower, probably.
Is she out of the shower?
I don't know. Let's
Looks like it's maybe braided.
He loves to chat about how dating in your 20s sucks and it's miserable and so hard, but I've cracked the code. I've figured out the key to success in dating in your 20s. This rule is going to allow you to get that person to fall in love with you. It's going to allow you to have success on dates, and it's going to allow you to seal the deal when you really like someone, you've been seeing them, and you want it to escalate. The concept is called the F me sweater. F, the letter, me, the person, sweater, the clothing item. Now, this is a sweater that will function as the key to this person becoming obsessed with you. It is a sweater that is at once put together, classy, like looks really nice, but also it drips in sex appeal. It's giving me soft, cuddly, warm, but also I think that would look great on my floor, or if it's very expensive, hanging up in my closet. The F Me sweater should be used carefully, because if you use it on the wrong person, you're going to cast a spell on them to become obsessed with you. This is a sweater you're going to wear on a date with this person. It doesn't need to be the first date. Frankly, it should be when you're pretty sure that you really like them, because it works. Let's dive into some examples of an F Me sweater.
I was like, I need an example.
What is it the sweater you're
This
wearing?
is an F Me sweater. It's
Maggie, you're wearing
Y'all, Margaret. I had a plan today.
Literally Margaret's
For all of
sweater.
you. I thought it was the sweater that she was wearing. I thought it was
thought
like
so
a
too.
full-on outerwear quote.
Yeah. Okay.
I was imagining a fuzzy red sweater. You know, like something that was like cropped. And I don't know. I don't know.
It looks a little cropped.
When she first
It does
started
look
the
a little
video, I
cropped.
thought it was a sweater that literally said F me. And I was like, bold.
Bold. But also
I could
getting
see-
to the point.
I could see how that works. It's very straightforward.
How to get nobody to talk to you when you're out in public.
Let's see more examples. I love a slutty sweater.
Yeah.
It's giving soft. It's giving like pine colored, and it looks expensive.
That is not pine
But she has
colored.
this deep V going, and her décolleté looks just stunning.
Décolleté.
Total F Me sweater. Like it's so pretty, and like you just see it, and you're like, oh my god, this person is wearing this sweater so well.
I feel like Rachel owns this
Rachel,
sweater.
I have it in yellow.
White, soft. You look like a cuddly little polar bear. You're on a date. You're wearing leather pants, heels, jewelry. You're all done up, but then you just have on your F Me sweater. It makes it casual and approachable, but like you're blinded by beauty. Total F Me sweater, like literally.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah, that is. You can see through.
Okay, yeah.
These are just
That's just a sweater.
I feel really a turtleneck?
It's giving me like I'm
That's just
very
J.
cuddly
Crew.
and I just want to hold you in my arms.
That's just a
Like,
sweater.
I want to see what's under that sweater.
V-neck sweater.
F Me
I know
sweater
where
is a
that was shot
revolution.
too. Did you see?
All about approaching dating in a casual way that is both I don't care and nobody's ever looked better than me in life.
I think that the
Reluctantly.
question is, do you have a sweater that is like looks like Maggie's sweater?
I genuinely
V-neck,
Cozy sweater.
unbuttonable, but in the front. I've heard that's very fun.
in the front.
During fucking.
Oh my God.
Maggie, when you put that on this morning, what were your thoughts?
I don't think I ever get ready hoping that someone will think that they want to fuck me just based on my outfit.
Ever?
What about when you were single and going to the
specifically
club?
dating?
Going
specifically
out,
dating.
I feel like more. I was a shoe gal. Loved shoes. You know,
See that?
I could feel fancy. You can.
There
feel
can be
fancy.
an F me shoe.
F me shoes. Yeah.
For sure.
Becky.
Yeah, I mean, I had clothes I liked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
But are you
You're on the same
superstitious?
time.
Are you superstitious about one item that you own? Like, if I wear this, or like, you know how people are like that with fragrance, you know, and perfumes.
I used to have, oh my goodness.
so.
I used to be a fragrance person, and I used to wear like different fragrances for different things. Like if it was an outdoor thing, I would wear one fragrance because it was a little stronger. And if it was like an indoor thing, or if it was like a date, I had one like roller thing. I can't even remember what it was called. I haven't worn fragrance in so long now. Because I just started forgetting, and also like with kids and stuff, like with babies, you don't want to have it be like rubbing on them, and so usually I'll only put on fragrance when I'm going out, and I know that I won't be holding a child.
A special perfume.
But I think the one that I had was called like sensual or something like that. And like
You're
that was
rubbing
the
sensual on your wrist.
actually very sensual. Where do you guys put your? I put it on my wrist and I put it here. But I know some people who spritz it in their
Sometimes
hair.
I'll spritz it like right here.
Under there?
Really? Like on your rib cage.
Why?
I think you can spritz it different. People get really deep into this, but you can spritz it different areas for different things. But if it's a date, it's nice under there.
And I was gonna say, I have some bougie fragrance friends who are huge into perfume, and they say you actually don't want to smash it between your wrists because you're doing something to the scent. You're like messing with the scent.
So what are you supposed to do? Like spritz and walk through it, or
Yeah,
what's the-
do a spritz and walk through, or you can do like spritz it on your wrist. It's just the actual like smashing. Because you know how like everybody's bodies will actually like wear a fragrance differently based
differently.
on like your
So
body
true.
heat. So like smashing it does something that like ruins the integrity of the scent.
Have you guys ever had a scent that you put on and it smelled bad?
I had one that I really liked in store, and then I started wearing it, and I noticed I could only do one spritz. Because I remember, I think it was Matt, he came and picked me up, and I had just put it on, and I like suffocated us both in the car. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's too much.
It's too much.
I was once on a set in Canada, actually, and they up in Vancouver, and they had posted all over our set, no patchouli on set.
Patchouli.
Why?
Like I don't know. I'm not even sure patchouli smells that strong. But maybe someone was allergic. I don't know, but it was like, you know, like no food and drink on the stage, no patchouli on set. And I was like, wow, very strong reaction.
Random.
Was anyone pregnant on the set? Like any of the stars? Because I feel like they make like weird rules about that for like celebrities. Like if a celebrity's pregnant, they're like, no
green M&Ms.
Yeah, no stinky food in front of me, or I will yak it a dack.
No, none of the cast was pregnant.
Patchouli. Maybe it was a joke.
If it was, I was just like, I'll just be sure not to use too many scented things. No scented shampoo.
Oh my gosh.
I was
'Cause
worried.
Patchouli's in a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's one of those like layerable, it's in it like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want to know more about scents. I have actually, Ned and I have a good friend. It's one of Ned's friends from college who, a man who recently got into scents. And he's, he like,
Cologne wearer.
yeah, he wears like women's colognes and men's colognes. And he swears that it's like the secret to his dating life. That like
It might be.
women, and he like
If he always smells delicious.
yeah, he even has a thing like he says that women are always saying that he smells so good. I mean, women and men are saying that he smells so good. And what he'll do is if he sleeps with someone, sometimes he'll spritz a little on their pillow so they remember. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
The leave behind. The leave behind. I feel like fragrance people are just like a step off of crystal people. You can really go down that hole. No?
Wait, let's take a poll here.
Expand.
Who has crystals? Okay. Do you believe in crystals?
No, I don't know anything about that. We just like geodes. So they're geodes.
Okay. You don't have like a
rock
real
gal.
crystal.
Rather than like a crystal priestess.
Yeah, they're rocks. We have a lot of rocks. We like rocks.
Because they're pretty.
Yeah,
They're shiny.
Yeah, we bought 2 new rocks this weekend and Santy Babs.
Ooh.
Good for you.
Yeah, 2 new rocks.
Wow.
What color are they? What are they?
Got another amethyst. Keith really likes amethyst. And then we got this one pink one that I forget what they said it was.
Rose quartz?
But it was really pretty. No, it's like a deeper, it's less opaque than rose quartz. But we have this really cool light that you can shine on rocks and then you get to see what's inside of them.
That's so
Keith's
cool.
dad gave it to us.
I love that.
We walked around the backyard and we looked at all the rocks.
Anything good?
Yeah, we got lots of little, it's just like what's like inside. They're like little like itty bitty pebbles. And then we also learned on Thanksgiving that if you put that same black light up to like washable chalk, it goes like iridescent and changes the color. So we had some kids there who were like freaking out. They were like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Maggie, do you have crystals?
I don't have any crystals.
No?
No. In Mexico, when we were just there was one beach that had like quartz-like rocks. They were beautiful. And we also are a family that loves collecting sea glass. So we have like large collections of that. But crystals, no, I don't got crystals.
I feel like Rach, you'd probably be my guess for the person who would have crystals since
I don't.
Since Ojai is like your spirit
I
place.
know.
True.
I just feel like the gateway into truly understanding all the crystals and what they do is too intense for me to spend the time to get through. You know? I don't know.
I will say when we did go to Sedona, though, I did feel like the energy was different there, right? Because
It is.
Yeah,
It's because of the aliens, right?
probably.
Yeah.
No, but when you're hiking through like the red plateaus, you're like,
There's something.
there's something going on.
that I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys have seen Dune, right?
Dunk.
No.
I know that Becky has. You've seen Dunk?
Dunk.
Okay, so in Dune, have you read the book?
Are you about to talk about spice?
You know I'm about to talk about spice. In Dune, the story is that there is this planet that has a spice on it. And the spice is the thing that powers intergalactic space travel.
Yeah.
Right. But also when you're like breathing the spice and all this kind of stuff, it has like hallucinogenic effects.
Ooh, it's fun.
And it's so the planet that the spice comes from, it's the desert. It looks like Sedona. So what I haven't seen Dunk. Rach is talking about hiking in Sedona. It's like you're breathing in all of that hallucinogenic spice.
All that spice.
So spicy.
Yeah, they have to wear like gas masks basically.
Yeah. Otherwise, it turns your eyes blue.
In a scary way or in a
No, in like a
beautiful
pretty way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like very, very blue. But you're not supposed to.
you know, it's like when you eat beets and your pee turns red.
Oh, so like
Yeah.
not the fun part of your eye turns blue.
No, it is the fun
White
part of your eye.
Why cover it up? Just go for it.
Beautiful blue eyes.
I don't know. I feel like they probably explain it in the second movie.
Turn your eyes blue.
I tried
Hallucinate
reading the
something.
book, and they don't really explain spice very well.
Okay.
I only read the first 10 pages. That's all I could do. I was reading it. I had like 15 words I needed to look up. I had my little list going. About 10 of those words were fictional words. They were not words that exist in reality or in the world.
And you read so much.
And so I gave up. I gave it to a friend. He was like, I really wanted to read Dune. I was like, oh my God, I have a perfect gift for you. Please take this out of my house.
Are you just
every
supposed
time I see
to
it?
continue reading and like figure it out by context?
Yeah.
Or they don't have a little mini dictionary in the back? Okay.
I have
glossary.
a dog-eared paperback copy that used to be my dad's, and I read and I read that, and then I gave it to Ned, and he read it too. We love Dune. It's so
you love
good.
Dune.
And then I think that Ned went on to read like I think there are multiple. You know, there's like
Many dunks.
many Dunks. Yeah.
Why are you calling it Dunk?
Clearly, you don't listen to the podcast. Ariel did explain it once.
Well, I missed it.
Clearly, you don't listen to us, Rachel.
Okay, so the reason that we call it Dunk is because all of the marketing for the movie Dune with Timothée Chalamet, it's this font where they use a D that goes like this, and then a U, and then an N, and then an E. And the E has a little dot. That looks like a little planet, but if you didn't know it said Dune, then you wouldn't see the dot.
Yeah.
It literally looks like dunk.
It looks like Dunk, starring Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
It's officially a winter wonderland outside your window or inside your mind. And what do you want when it's chillier than a snowman's cheeks? You want to bundle up with layers and layers of comfy goodness. Spread the cozy vibes to literally anyone in your life with MeUndies. They've got super soft gifts for everyone near and dear to your heart. While you're at it, why not get a little something for yourself too? You deserve all the comfy things.
I'm super into MeUndies, you guys. They are some of the most comfortable underwear I've ever worn.
Get your festive on with the new MeUndies holiday collection, featuring classic plaids you know and love and sweater-inspired prints that will quickly become favorites. Their undies, loungewear, and sleepwear are all made out of soft, breathable, stretchy fabrics that are ideal for sitting fireside with loved ones and chatting about life over a cup of hot cocoa.
To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/sitwithus. That's MeUndies.com/sitwithus.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm very excited for the next ones.
Are they filming
Very
already?
excited. I think they're all filmed. I think they filmed them all at the same time.
No, they didn't know because of hashtag debt ceiling or whatever. They said they didn't know because they didn't know if they'd have money anymore. I was like, wow.
Okay.
Intense.
All right then.
They figured it out. And there will be a second Dunk, but they haven't filmed it.
Good.
Not filmed.
Okay. I have a question. Let's imagine each of you are going on a first date with someone you really, really like. A hard thing to imagine since everyone's been with their partners for a long time.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? What are you dressing as?
Are we thinking about like a first date when I was going on first dates?
No. Right now. Today.
I
Tomorrow.
was like, sweat.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight. You need to impress someone on a first date.
Impress.
Well, you
Dress
want
to impress.
Okay, I think I know what I would wear. Because I would wear the same thing to impress like a new friend. If it was like a friend date or something like that. You know, like if I was going on a friend date with Rosanna Pansino or something, you know, like somebody who I don't know, who like I want to be friends with, you know, but I kind of want to impress her and kind of be like, hey, I'm cool. You know,
Ariel's manifesting friendship with Rosanna Pansino for 2022.
what you wearing?
Okay, what am I wearing? High-waisted jeans. Probably my tight ones. Sorry to all the, you know, I'm very much in the millennial generation. I feel like my ass looks good in my tighter jeans.
I mean, like skinny jeans.
Yeah, my skinny jeans.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd probably wear skinny jeans. I would probably cuff them and wear fuck me boots.
I love that we've normalized this.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's just a
We just
category
glaze
of
over. You're
boots.
like, got it.
I remember when Ned and I were in New York without the kids, we went to like a rooftop bar and I saw this very attractive woman who she was wearing the cutest outfit. And I literally wrote down everything that she was wearing. I didn't like ask her. I just
took
like
a note.
I just like maybe took like a surreptitious picture and like stalked her a little bit and was like, okay, she had these like stretchy white boots on. They were like
go-go
ankle
boots?
boots. They weren't go-go boots. They were they were ankle boots, but they were like that sort of material that was like full elastic. You know, and they were so cute. And then she had on a chambray onesie, basically, not like a onesie, a
jumpsuit?
a jumpsuit
Coverall?
Yeah, like a chambray jumpsuit. And then she had a little neckerchief. Cute. And I was just like,
that's cool.
man.
Obsessed with you.
Love that. But okay. And then I'm kind of into the sweater thing. If I was going out with, I feel like if I was going on a first date with a guy, I would probably do a V-neck sweater, button down, but tuck it in with a belt. I do love tucking things in with belts.
And you pull that off so well.
I'm a huge tucker inner. I think I think it's just because like my waist is the smallest part of my body.
You have a snatched waist. That's why.
It's like show it up as much as possible.
Yes.
And so, yeah. And that's probably, and then I would do maybe layered necklaces or something like that. And I'm thinking about cutting my hair short. So I'm imagining that I would have short hair at this point. You know, like do like a short haircut. Yeah. Black. obviously
Black. All black.
Duh.
yeah. And then I probably wear like all of my rings.
Every single wedding ring.
You guys have seen me full rings, right? Where I've got like the engagement ring. I have our 10-year anniversary ring.
I don't think you should wear those rings on a first date. I don't think you're going to get a second date.
You were right.
Wow. Leave the wedding ring at home.
Leave the wedding ring at
home. No, I could
So naughty.
I could just tell a story about how, I come first. I'm married to myself, because you know what people say, you gotta love yourself before anybody else loves you.
Truth or truth. Truth or truth. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. Do you watch Drag Race?
No, but
Did she quote Drag Race?
You did. You just accidentally quoted RuPaul.
maybe because you watch it, you have said that, and then I just manifested that.
She always says at the end of the episode, and remember, if you can't love yourself, how the hell is anyone else going to love you? Can I get an amen?
What would you guys wear?
I'm not a big clothes person. I don't really think about clothes that much.
You're not going to your first date naked.
Not going naked, but I really don't think about what I wear. I think about like my makeup and my hair. So my hair and
describe
makeup
it to
would
us.
be that.
What kind of makeup? First date with a man.
It'll probably be what I have on. I gotta do the same thing.
I'm perfect every day. She
do the
does.
same
Becky
thing.
walked in with fuck me boots.
She
Becky's
did.
literally
She
wearing fuck me
did.
boots today.
I wondered if we were going to point it out.
My boots?
Yes.
I love them. I love
Cute.
them.
Thanks. Bought them 2 years ago at the Madewell Black Friday sale when I thought we would have seasons and time to go out. And then 2 years passed.
You wear them around the house now when you're cleaning?
Basically I wear them to everything now. I'm like, well, here are my boots. And I learned a pair of loafers that I bought. Just rip up my ankles.
Oh, no.
That's okay. My mom's feet are smaller than mine. So
So you traded.
easy.
I need to get you some
Easy.
moleskin. Moleskin is what they put on. I have like a roll of it at home. I got it from the hospital because you can put it underneath cast. And when I'm breaking in new shoes, I put it on the little pressure points. And you just cut little pieces of it.
Mags.
That's
Moleskin.
Can you get that not at hospitals or do we all have to like go Joker and rob
You
a
can
hospital?
I got some more on Amazon.
I have blisters. Help me.
The stashes of them are huge, but I use pieces like tiny.
I'm gonna get some.
I used to use that when I would be hiking a lot. Because you can do it with hiking boots too.
Moleskin and Gore-Tex.
I love Moleskin, Gore-Tex. I just love all the different things.
Every time I see something advertised with Gore-Tex, now I know what it is because of you.
You're welcome.
We're all learning.
Maggie, what's your first date fit?
Ooh. As of lately, I've really been liking shoulder pads on t-shirts, on dresses. Not like insane 80s ones, but
Yeah.
I think it
A little boop.
it suits my figure really well because I have like curvier hips. So it like kind of, I think it balances out my, I really like shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I love that.
So cute.
Wait, where are you buying shoulder pads these days? Like where?
I just got like a tank top with shoulder pads. I've gotten like a mini dress and it had shoulder pads in it.
Is this like a Zara or like a?
One of them is like a basic top that's like sewn in and then it's like scooped. I've worn it on the podcast. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's the black one.
The black one.
Yeah.
I actually
picture
just
it.
ordered a black one. I was like, I'm going to see if I can do shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I have natural shoulder pads, but I'm going to see if I can add to them.
Yeah. I like
fun.
shoulder pad. And it looks nice with jewelry. You just like look a little bit more put together, I think. But
Like a dressed up t-shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
I
So
used to
you're
like,
wearing a dressed up shoulder pad t-shirt with pants and what shoes, shoe girl?
Ooh, I love shoes. I don't know. I also love printed pants right now too.
You and Zach both.
I know. I feel like we have a lot of overlap.
I feel like the two of them together is just like clashing prints.
Yeah. But we mix and match. I told him one print at a time.
Okay.
He gets one print.
One print rule.
Yeah.
It's called power clashing, Max. 2 prints.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. You just wear one large print and one small print, and
that
then
what you do?
usually they work together. Yeah.
There are exceptions, I believe in that. But sometimes Zachary, left up to his own devices, he can go a little cuckoo.
In all things, not just fashion, not just sartorial.
So are you wearing flats or heels?
Probably like a kitten block heel. Why not?
Ooh,
Why not? I don't don't wear like super high heels anymore just because I like being comfortable.
Yeah. I love being comfortable. You guys, I feel like I have probably 6 or 7 pairs of like just tennis shoes. Like these are my going out tennis shoes. These are my day-to-day tennis shoes.
I love tennis shoes. You can dress them up. You can dress them down.
Oh man.
Then you always keep your going out tennis shoes clean because you're not wearing them when you
That's true.
when you wander the world.
All that wandering the world.
Wandering the world.
Rach, what are you wearing?
Oh, probably a romper of some sort that's short and, socks and shoes together.
Those legs.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cute.
I feel like that's just quirky and it's like, this is me.
Yeah. It's very quirky.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I just like it. I like socks with like fancy shoes.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
gonna be on the
your,
loafer
like
trend
your
then.
red shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my red shoes with sparkly socks. Love those.
Yeah.
I have some, actually from the photo shoot that we did, we have those see-through socks. Do you guys remember the see-through socks? Okay. I took home like 2 pairs because I was thinking, oh, these could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like I'm ever going to wear those.
I wear them when I run out of
right now.
When I
if
run
you
out of
want
laundry, I like put them on. I'm like, these aren't keeping me warm at all. For the listeners,
my
they're just
God.
like completely see through, and they have like either a polka dot or a flower just like scattered throughout.
Right. Yeah. I'm sort of like, I need to just give these to Rachel.
I'm gonna bring mine for you guys because the stylist was like, here, we can't return these. And she handed me like 6. And I'm like, Midwestern, didn't want to be rude. And I was like, texturally, I cannot put these on my feet. I'm so sorry.
Oh, really?
I'm so sorry. So they're just like taking up space in my drawer. They're like folded all neatly and nicely.
Speaking of Midwestern, Becky, do you have an update for us on Kim's reaction to the thank you notes?
Oh, yeah.
Kim's reaction. I did send it to Rachel and Ariel. Kim said that, thank you notes are, they should be your way of showing gratitude, but only if you want to do that. So she said, you go, girl, to Ariel.
Yeah.
And then both my parents joked that they were shipping me the Barbie dolls. And they said everyone else was wrong and the Barbie dolls are now mine.
Oh, boy.
I did not read that in her text as a joke. I thought she literally heard the podcast and was like, Rebecca, and put those Barbie dolls in the mail. I was like, Kim mailed them. She's standing up for herself.
No, she's kidding.
She's kidding.
It made me think, though, that like if any of you guys wrote me a thank you note, I would be, I would be a little like,
I wrote you a thank you note.
I know,
for coming to my wedding.
right. Apart from weddings and really just weddings, like if any of you wrote me a thank you note, I would feel a little weird about it. You know, I would kind of feel.
How do you embarrass Ariel? Send her a thank you note.
I would probably feel a little bit embarrassed because I'd be like, did they think that we weren't good enough friends that they didn't have to write me a thank you note?
Ariel, I told you I'm writing you a thank you note for everything.
I actually can't
now that you say it, Ariel. No, just kidding.
Imagine if you like pulled out a stack.
You know what is funny? From the wedding, you can only buy thank you notes in like 50s.
Right, yeah.
And so we had 150 people. So I wanted to have like some extra.
Just in case.
So now I use those wedding thank you notes for like writing notes to myself, taking down instructions. Sometimes I'll send them to people for things.
Are they like
"Here's
wedding
this."
themed?
They're just like fancy, like font.
you.
It says like thank you, and then it's blank on the inside.
It doesn't have thank you from Becky and Keith.
No, they were like a generic bulk
you.
buy.
Oh, man.
Because we had to get them for the shower too. So it's
Right.
stacks,
So many things.
You're ready. You're ready to write notes forever.
forever. I'll always be able to give out thank you notes.
Thank God.
Looking at you.
Well,
Ariel.
Mags, you want to do medical myths?
Oh yeah. So this week, guys, for medical myths and musing, I wanted to ask you all. Well, I guess I'll start with this. The reason this topic came up is because I had an endoscopy earlier this week.
What's that?
And a colonoscopy. I have
had
a
both of
long-standing history in my family of colon cancer. But anyway, do you guys know that you're not supposed to take ibuprofen and any sort of NSAID on an empty stomach? Did you know that? Did you know that? You did. Miles is looking at me like,
heard
what?
it.
I've definitely taken ibuprofen first thing in the morning with a hangover.
You don't do it? Oh my gosh.
I do it a lot.
You do it without oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's terrible for your stomach because it blocks two types of enzyme, a COX-1 and a COX-2. COX-1, if I apologize if I'm getting this mixed up, you can fact check me, whatever. One of them produces mucus in your stomach lining. The other one, it causes prostaglandins, which it causes inflammation to decrease. So that's what helps with the pain. So when it affects your mucus, it like messes with your stomach acid, and basically that mucus helps your stomach from not digesting itself. So when you take an NSAID, it completely disrupts everything and can cause bleeding. If you're taking NSAIDs,
What's an NSAID?
a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug.
Okay.
So Motrin, Advil, anything that's ibuprofen.
I read
Tylenol does not count.
NSAID.
NSAIDs.
Oh,
You've seen that before.
I've seen that.
Yes.
Hashtag antidepressant crew. Who else can't take certain pain relievers?
I wonder if maybe because certain things are also messing with your stomach. So, I mean, with the exception of like certain probiotics and stuff, you should generally take any sort of medication with a little bit of food, a banana, some bread, just so if you're taking it over a long course of time. I just found out my father, he takes an NSAID twice a day, every single day to like control his back pain. And he told me he never takes it with food. We went on vacation together and I like ripped him a new one. I was like, I don't want you to have stomach ulcers or anything like that. I've actually taken care of a child in the past that parents were giving him NSAIDs to control pain, and he ended up getting a stomach ulcer and having bleeding in his gastrointestinal tract and was like vomiting blood. So everyone, I beg of you,
Oh my
eat
goodness.
a little something. Usually people will take NSAIDs before bed. I take an NSAID for period cramps. There's other options as well, but just so you guys know.
Wow.
I care about your tummy health.
I have it like deeply ingrained in me that you can't take meds on an empty stomach unless that's part of the direction. So I always eat a cracker.
Yeah. Well, some medicines,
Maybe 2 or 3.
some medicines cause like nausea like pretty immediately. So that's why they say that too. So yeah.
I definitely, I'll pop 2 ibuprofen like with a hangover or something. Eat nothing.
Get those like rice little crackers. Like those,
And you're hungry, you don't want
goldfish,
anything.
girl.
Yeah, handful of goldfish. I can
Yeah.
eat goldfish anytime.
2021 was a very stressful year. We're now in 2022 and it's looking to be just as stressful. Sometimes it's good to talk to someone about these really unprecedented times we're living in, and that's why we love BetterHelp. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. Send a message to your counselor anytime and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches. There's a broad range of expertise available, and it's more affordable than traditional counseling. Anything you share is confidential. They offer licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, relationships, sleeping, trauma, family conflicts, and many more.
So many people have been using BetterHelp. They're recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. And we want you to start living a happier life today. So as a listener, you will get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sitwithus. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sitwithus.
So ibuprofen, basically, it will attack the cytokine release, like the prostaglandins that causes inflammation, and it helps bring it down. But I'm not a pharmacologist, so that's like a very basic
I
explanation.
saw the funniest
There's more that goes into it.
TikTok of a like younger girl asking her mom, she's like, but how does the medicine know where to go? How does it know that it hurt my toe?
Yeah. Oh, I did see
How
that
does it
TikTok.
know?
Yeah. So it just goes wherever there's like an increase in prostaglandins. So that's the things that cause fevers are prostaglandins.
So that's
and period cramps as well are prostaglandins. So like I have found that when I take medication for my period, if I don't take it like right away, it's harder for that to chase like the prostaglandin spike release. So the earlier you take it, if you have really bad ones. I'm not
That
saying
is really
that's for
interesting.
everyone.
Because inflammation is what causes like fevers. And and that's what causes the pain when you are like, you know, when like, so I have like a neck thing, right? And I went to the physical therapist for it the other day, and she's like, well, yeah, I mean, first you need to ice it like 3 times a day. And I'm like, ice it? Why do I need to ice it? And she's like, well, the reason that there is pain is because there's inflammation. Like that is what is causing your pain. And that's why you can't like turn your head all the way, is because you're like, because there's
Swelling?
Yeah, like swelling and inflammation around the area where it's, you know, hurting. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much
That's
more
usually
sense.
why, like, whenever you cut your finger, you'll start feeling like a little heartbeat in your finger.
I have definitely felt that.
That's the prostaglandins. They're coming. They're coming.
How many, Maggie?
So many.
All of them?
All the prostaglandins.
No.
Yeah. So that's my medical myth.
Fascinating.
That's a good one. I have a question. You're not a pharmacologist.
Go ahead.
But for the
answer
medical, it's about pills. So why does some medication say you can't take like grapefruit juice?
Oh.
I noticed that when I was like helping take care of my grandpa. He had a medication that was like for something with his
Coumadin.
like, yes, he
it
was on
Coumadin?
Coumadin, and
Is it
you can't
Coumadin?
take grapefruit juice. And they also say like, I've seen people on TikTok saying that you're not supposed to drink grapefruit juice with antidepressants, and like,
I don't know.
I don't know which ones they're taking, so
Right.
I'm not speaking to all of those, but I would say like in general, from the ones I've dabbled in, none of them have come with that warning.
So usually
what's the
for
deal
things
with
like
citrus?
that, it's the antidote for the drug. So if you take it, it's kind of like going against it. So you won't. So Coumadin, for example, like helps with like prevent any sort of like blood clot from happening. And usually a lot of elderly people are on it to prevent any sort of complications with that. But it would just reduce the effectiveness of the drug.
I have a PSA for all of our young listeners out there. If you've never been on antibiotics or birth control before, if you take oral birth control and you are on an antibiotic, it will make your oral birth control less effective. So you need to be protecting yourself in other ways.
How do you know this?
They tell you when they give you an antibiotic.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
I
should
have-
listen to them. So if your parents are, you know, I'm not saying kids should be doing anything, but if your parents are picking up your antibiotics and you're taking other things, just use a condom. Just use a condom all the time. Just use a condom.
Use it anyway.
Just use a condom.
Also, speaking of antibiotics, pee after sex.
Always pee after sex.
Always pee after sex.
Oh my God.
Was
Most
this
underrated
podcast
Yeah.
first piece of advice ever?
Just pee after
It's like
sex.
after
episode
sex.
5.
It's
Everyone was
shocking
like,
how many people don't
after
know
sex.
that.
I think we should probably remind people every podcast.
Yeah. That's our sign off. Wash your hands.
stay
Get
beautiful.
vaccinated.
Pee after sex.
Pee after sex.
pee after sex.
Yeah. You're not going to want a UTI.
Cutie booties.
It's not fun.
The other one that I've heard is orange juice with a calcium. Don't drink
iron.
orange juice with iron. There you go. Yeah. Because it blocks it.
Do it.
do.
Well, then maybe it's
do
with
do it.
calcium. Like calcium or drink it with orange
But
juice.
if you're taking an iron supplement 5 minutes before, drink orange juice.
It helps absorb.
It
Makes
helps
it
your
absorb
body
better.
absorb it.
So what's the one with calcium? Because I have because orange juice sometimes comes with calcium. And so that's very confusing. One of them is do not do this because it makes it anyway. Good thing.
Anyway, read the pharmacist notes. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah. Listen to the pharmacist.
People have gone to med school for pharmacy. They are, experts in this.
I think it's a different degree, right? Pharmacology is,
My mom is a pharmacist.
Pharmacist. Also, everyone go watch The Pharmacist on Netflix. Really good. It's a documentary.
Is it?
Yeah, it really exposes how the opioid crisis started in the United States. Pretty sad. Pretty sad.
That sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Did you know it's related to heroin too? So sad.
Yeah. God.
It's just deeply depressing documentary, but it's really good.
Happy
and you should
holidays.
watch it.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. Oh, I have another PSA. Don't pick off your gels.
Oh.
I'm doing it right now.
I was going to say, didn't you say you did that all the time?
I do it all the time. And I swear I go and if I ever go to a new nail person, she's like, oh my God,
Shame on you.
your nails are so thin. And I'm like, yeah, you think I don't know?
That's why I'm here.
Wait, are you giving us this PSA while you're doing it?
Yes. Yes,
Ariel.
because it's like, it's something that it's like
nail
biting your
biting.
fingernails where you can't not do it, but you're not supposed to.
You cannot do it because it's incredibly hard.
Oh, it gets much easier if you've had gels on for 3 weeks or something like that.
I have, but it's really hard.
Oh.
If you want them off, you just soak them in hot water for a while and then put like cuticle oil on. It'll eventually loosen the
That's good advice.
adhesive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to know. Because that acetone.
I'm just gonna wait
Acetone is rough.
until my next manicure, which will be the day of our holiday party.
You do always get your nails done for events. I love it.
I do love that.
You're so cute.
I used to always get them done all the time. It was like one of the things I did.
Yeah.
But somewhere between children and COVID, that ship has sailed. So now I only do it for events.
Mine are so gross right now, and we have to do a cooking thing on the news tomorrow.
Get some press-ons.
You think?
Yeah.
Can I press them on to these nasty
Oh, hell yeah.
stubs?
I've done it before when like one of my nails
I feel like
breaks.
a lot of press-on companies have really come through with
Really?
Oh, heck yeah.
I think they're like
Kiss.
good now.
Get Kiss.
I was thinking I would just put the kids to bed and then go around the corner to like the place that is open till 9 and just be like, please take off these gels and put on new ones.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do.
Easy peasy.
Because it's pretty bad, you guys. This is the worst it's been in a while.
Okay, so we have a listener question. The title, how do I get a guy to stop responding so fast? Hey, ladies, and Miles, LOL. So I'm a pretty bad texter.
Lols.
So I'm a pretty bad texter. Like, I don't like texting. I find it exhausting, and I would rather much save conversations for when we meet in person. And I'm also very introverted and can only take so much social interaction at a time. I've been talking to this guy, and I kind of like him, but every single time I text him, he immediately responds. Like, I'll probably take an hour or two to respond to his text, and boom, within seconds, he sends a reply. And if I don't respond right away, boom, a couple more texts. Even though I've liked hanging out with him in person, I found that I can't help but feel less and less interested each time I get a notification from him. How do I talk to him about this tactfully without hurting his feelings? Love, too much texting in Tustin. Hey, that's close to where I grew up.
That's a great question.
I know.
I can feel that that like social anxiety of somebody like
And you're watching
texting
just
me back
like-
immediately, and I'm like,
You're watching
my
the
God.
little,
oh my god,
the buffering sign of like they're continuing to text you as you're watching it come through.
oh yeah, yeah.
Are you guys the type of people that text one line at a time, or do you text an entire paragraph?
I text a paragraph.
Oh, you do?
One line at a time.
I'm one line at a time.
I'm a paragraph.
Yeah, I like to keep people on their toes.
I'm telling you though, I have some friends who do one line at a time, but they do 8 lines. So it's like bing, 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 bing every time they text.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. She's saying it's me. I don't use punctuation. I just send and then I do the next line. I think, she wrote us that email. That was easily a paragraph. I think she could just take that paragraph, read it to the gentleman caller,
Yeah, that's what I was going
and
to
call
say.
it.
You
Just be
gotta
like, you're
him.
kind of texting me a lot. And I get uncomfortable when people text me a lot. Could you like back it up?
Yeah.
And I would say that's like pretty specific to her opinion. I know a lot of people thrive in texting a lot in early relationships because it's easy and convenient and you can do it all the time. And so he probably thinks he's being very attentive and showing how much he likes her, and she just doesn't happen to like it. So she needs to tell him.
I would just tell him I'm a bad texter, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you also need to tell him, like, I would appreciate it if you would not text me so much. I don't want to have continual conversations. I'd rather have them in person on our dates, because otherwise he might be like, oh, she's bad texting back, but it's fine for me to text her 5 times. And she's annoyed.
Yeah, it's hard. I know some of my friends will text their significant other all throughout the entire day. I could never do that.
Yeah.
I think it depends on your job. If you're sitting at your computer all day, it's pretty
true.
easy. But if you're running around the hospital or you're on set, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer phone calls, which I love phone calls. I love FaceTime. I love voice messages. Maybe like have that conversation where you, like, I prefer to do this instead or in person.
What a beautiful opportunity for you to practice your communication skills on your communication style with your new love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is kind of sad that, that this like incessant texting, which normally I feel like that's usually that's what you want when you're dating somebody. You know, I've heard that people hate the opposite, where he hasn't texted me back. He's not a good texter. He takes like 3 days to text me, and I don't know what's going on. You know, like that sort of thing. Yeah. And so it sounds like he's doing great. But whatever it is that he's doing is making her not like him as much.
Yeah.
Which I find very interesting. And so she probably just needs to address it with him. Yeah. But
people don't know what they don't know, you know?
Yeah. But I'm trying to put myself in his shoes and hearing like, please don't text me as much.
Hard. Yeah.
That really
maybe
hurts.
he had a person in the past that told him like, you don't text me enough. And maybe this is,
exactly.
Or maybe he's just like Becky and is just a really good texter.
I also think like, even if she told him that and it like did hurt his feelings a little bit, like if that was the reason he didn't want to date her anymore, he kind of sounds like a POS. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
Like he sounds like maybe his texting is a controlling thing. You
Oh,
know? Where it's like,
interesting.
if someone tells you, hey, I don't really like that you do that, it's not a personal attack on you as a human.
Right.
It's just saying, hey, I don't really like that. Can you not?
Yeah.
Because what's the alternative? You just keep letting him bug you?
Do you think it's like a bugging thing, or do you think, because I saw it more as a like she has like social anxiety, and this is kind of causing her distress, you know, and it's making her feel like stressed that maybe she's not texting as much and doesn't really want to text him as much or something like that, you know?
I think those are kind of the same though.
Really?
Yeah. Because she said like, every time he texts me, it makes me like him a little less.
That's true.
That's not a good trajectory.
It does not sound like it's going in a good direction.
Maybe it's just not a fit.
That might be true. I wonder if she texts her friends a lot. Because if she texts her friends often, she doesn't like the text from this guy, maybe you just don't actually like him that much.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
or it's just too intense too quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not for you.
I would say go out on a date with this person, you know, like another date, and tell him in person. Because these sorts of things can always be misconstrued if you're like writing it in text. Like, please don't text me as much. Oh my God. Written via text.
If one of you texted that back to me, I like would be so embarrassed I wouldn't be able to show up for work. I'd be like, no, I'm full of shame.
Rachel, please don't text me.
Rachel, stop texting me.
Yeah, definitely an in-person conversation to have.
Yeah. Yeah.
See
Agreed.
where it goes from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Done and
dusted.
Done. Well, guys, that does bring us to the end of our podcast today.
Wow.
The time has flown.
It has. It's almost the end of the year.
Almost
It is.
end
I
of
can't
the
believe
year.
2021 has come and gone.
It has come and gone. Well, let us know in the comments if you've been taking your ibuprofen on an empty stomach, number one. Let us know if you've been making that mistake and how you'll remedy it. And let us know what you think about our texting girl. Sound off in the comments on what she should do. Because I feel like we tied it up in a nice bow, but maybe you guys have some advice for too much texting in Tucson as well.
Tucson.
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 Toucan. All right. Well, wash your hands, get vaccinated and boosted.
Stay
Pee
beautiful.
after sex.
Pee after sex.
Bye.
Bye.